Good morning everyone. Myself Lavanya, Assistant Professor from CSIT Department in MLR Institute of Technology. My subject is Web Technologies and Framework. Today in this section we will discuss Introduction to Web Technologies and Frameworks. Overview of this section: why to study WTF and what is website and what is web browser and the requirements for creating website and what is HTML and the basic structure of HTML. Today we will discuss all these topics. And what is WTF? Means for creating the dynamic web pages we need to use WTF, right? Nowadays each and every organization or a company use its own websites for providing the information to the users, for providing those information for about organized information or company information. Those are using websites. For creating those websites we need to use WTF, Web Technologies and Frameworks, right? What is dynamic web page? Dynamic web page means the interaction between the user or the customer with the website, right? In our website, for example, www.mlrit.ac.in, right? In our MLRIT website there is some web pages are there. Here login page and examination branch page and the faculty page and all are there. So and so web pages are there. For interacting these web pages to the website, users to the website, we need WTF, that is called as dynamic web page. For interaction is interaction between the user or a customer with the website. For example, if I want to know the how many departments are there in the MLRIT college, for that I have to open www.mlrit.ac.in and then there is one web page is there, that is department. By clicking on the department we will get some departments list, right? CSIT and CSE and CSE AML are there. These interaction is nothing but dynamic web pages. For creating the interaction between users and the customer we need dynamic web pages. And what is web technology? Web technology is defined as the process of communication between two computers, as the process of communication between two computers using the markup language, right? Markup language is nothing but HTML, CSS and JavaScripts, right? And what is web framework? What is web framework? Web framework is the pre-built-in and standardized tools and libraries are there for developing the web applications. This is called as web frameworks, right? Why we are using WTF means for creating the dynamic web pages by using pre-built-in functions and standardized functions for developing the web application. This is called as WTF. And next one is, what is web browser? What is web browser means? It's a collection of, website is a collection of, what is website? A website is a collection of web pages and multimedia content identified by a single domain. Here what is web page? What is web page? Here web page is nothing but collection of content or the text, content or the text and some images, links, all are there, right? Website is a collection of web pages and multimedia content. Multimedia content is nothing but text and images, links. This multimedia is having text, images and links and movies, sounds, audios, videos are there, right? Website is a collection of web pages, right? MLRIT page is one website. MLR80 is the www.mlr80.ac.in is the one website, and this website is having some collection of web pages, department page, login page are there, right? These are the web pages, and these web pages is having text or images or links, right? This overall combination of multimedia and web pages is called as website, right? What is website means? As a collection of web pages and multimedia content. These both are identified by a single domain, that is MLR80, www.mlr80.ac.in. This is the example for website. And in www.youtube.com is also there. This is also one website. In this we are having few web pages, and those web pages having some contents and images, links, audios and all are there, right? Here web page is there, right? Web pages may contain text, sounds, graphics and movies, and these are developed, these web pages are developed with a language called HTML, hypertext markup language, right? This is called as website and web pages. Website and web pages. Next one is web browser. Why we need to use web browser, right? For accessing any website we need one software application. For accessing any website we need one software application, that is called as web browser, right? There are many web browsers are there, Google Chrome, Internet Explorer and Firefox, those all are there, right? If you want to access MLR80 page or else any Gmail page, first you need to go to Google Chrome or Internet Explorer, and based upon that web browser we need to search Gmail or your wish, which website you want to visit, right? So for accessing that websites, any website, we need one software application, that is called as web browser. Here we are having some examples browsers are there. First one is Google Chrome and second Internet Explorer, Opera, Yavish. Those are some basic browsers are there, that is web browser, right? And next one is requirement for creating any website, right? Requirement for creating any website, we need front end part and back end part, right? What is front end means? It is the one of GUI, graphical user interface, right? Whatever the information or whatever the page is visible to user, that is front end, and this is also called as client side language, and back end is also called as server side, right? For developing front end part, we are having three types of languages. Those are HTML, CSS and JavaScript. Okay, for developing front end part of the website, we need these three languages, right? First one is HTML. What is HTML? HTML is describes the structure of the website. It describes the structure of the website. It means for constructing a building, right? For constructing any building, first we need to create one blueprint for this building, right? For example, in this kitchen or bedrooms or any, for constructing any building we need to create one blueprint, right? That is called as HTML structure. It defines the structure of the website, or it defines the structure of building here, right? And each and every room is separated with walls, right? Basic structure, that is called as HTML. And what is CSS? It means it improves the appearance of the web page, right? It improves the appearance of the web page, right? For this building we need to add paint, right? Grills. For this building we need to add paint, grills for improving the appearance, for looking good, right? We need to add these all. This is called as CSS, right? For improving the appearance, of the web page, we need to add background colors and text formatting tags and font text colors, right? For that we need to use, improving the appearance of web page, we need to use CSS, styling purpose, right? And next one is, what is JavaScript, right? Third language we required for developing front end, that is JavaScript, right? It defines the behavior of web page, and this JavaScript is a lightweight language. This JavaScript is the lightweight language. Mainly this is used for validation purpose, and it defines the functionality, right? For example, Gmail page is there, right? For example, Gmail page is there. In this Gmail page, we are having username and password, right? Username and password. By giving this credential, after giving this credential, you need to submit on login button, right? You need to submit on login button. Then this JavaScript checks whether these credentials are valid or not, right? This JavaScript checks whether these credentials are valid or not. If it is valid, then it sends request to server. And then the server gives the response to front end part, right? This is the work of JavaScript, right? And next one is backend part, right? Whatever the operations are done based upon the user requirements, that is done by the backend part. For creating the backend part, we need to use PHP and database, right? For creating backend part, we need to use PHP and database, right? All the operations, whatever the operations are there and whatever the tasks are there, that is built by the PHP. And for storing and manipulating the data, we need to use database. Whatever the informations are there in the website, that information is stored in the database, right? This is what the front end and back end, these all are the requirements for creating any website, right? Front end, 3 languages we need required, and for back end we need PHP and database, right? And this is about requirements, right? Here front end part is there and server is there, front end part and server and back end part, right? Here this is the front end part, this is the GUI, graphical user interface. This is visible to user and the customers, and whatever the information you want. For example, I need some information about MLRIT or some information about one person, right? Then I have search on the website, search on the Google, and the website is open. And for example, I need some information about in MLRIT departments. By clicking on the departments page, it will goes to server, it sends request to server, and server will accept that request and that sends to database. Database gives the department list and the server will send the departments list to the web page, right? And those departments list is visible to the user. Like this, the front end part and back end part are communicated each other. This is the front end and this is the back end. For creating front end, we need 3 languages. Those are HTML, CSS and JavaScript. For this we need PHP, and this is the database, right? This is the database, and these are the requirements for creating any website, right? And next, what is HTML? The HTML is the basic language for creating any web page or websites, right? And the HTML is a markup language for describing web documents, right? HTML is the markup language. Why we call it as markup language? Because for creating any program we need some elements, right? We need some elements, and these elements are also called as tags, right? By using tags we need to create any program, we need to write any program. In programming language we are using some header files and variables are there, right? Here in HTML we are using tag. Based upon the tags we can create the program or we can write any program. That's why we call it as, by using tags, that's why we call it as markup language, right? And next, what is HTML? Is HTML stands for hypertext markup language, and it is set of tags, and each and every tag is surrounded with angular bracket, and each and every keyword is surrounded with angular bracket, and this is the starting and this is the ending, right? And if you open any tag or element, that should be closed with the forward slash, right? That should be closed with the forward slash. This is the tags, so we call it as markup language. And next one is HTML documents are described by HTML tags, right? HTML documents are described by some few HTML tags, right? And each and every HTML tag is describes different document content, right? Here in this basic structure we are having few tags are there. First one is HTML tag, and second one is head tag, and title another tag, and body is the another tag. Here we need to use 4 HTML tags are there, right? Here this HTML document, this HTML tag describes the HTML document, right? It describes the HTML document, and whatever the text between we have to write in the head part, that shows the, provides the information about the document, that provides the information about the document. And whatever the text between title page, right, title tag, whatever the text between title tag, that provides the title for the document. And whatever the text we have to write in between body part, that describes the visible page content, right? For example, one page is there, right? One page is there, and first one it shows the HTML document, it is for example so and so HTML document, and whatever the content, for example my head part is HTML is first tag, right? In head part, right, it provides the information about document, and title is my page, close title, right? And next close head, right, and we need to close the head. And body part, whatever the information we have to give within this body part, for example WTF is my body part, and next close body and close HTML, right? Here this WTF is the display here, and my page is display here, my page.html is the page, right? Like this we will get the output for this program, right? Here this HTML tag describes an HTML document, and whatever the content in between head tag provides the information about the document, and the text between, whatever the content you have to write in between title, that provides the title for the document. So this is the title for the document, and whatever the body is there, that describes that visible to content. This is the content we have to visible, right? The user or the customer is visible. This WTF is the visible to customer. This is about the basic structure. HTML is one, it shows the HTML document, and this is the head section. Within the head section we need to write title tag, and within the title we can give the name for that web page, and next whatever the content you want to give to the you want to provide the user or the customer, that will write here, right? This is the HTML document page, head section, title and body section. This is the basic HTML program, right? This is the basic structure of HTML program. And next, and today we'll stop up to here, and in next class we will discuss the features of HTML and advantages and disadvantages of HTML, right? And today we have discussed what is HTML, what is website, and what is web browser, and what are the requirements we need, and what is what is HTML, and the basic structure of HTML. And thank you.